He's the king of horror, the architect of nightmares, and one of the most prolific writers of our time. Stephen King. Over 60 novels, hundreds of short stories, more than 400 million copies sold worldwide. But how does he do it? What fuels the mind that created it? The Shining and Misery. This is Stephen King's writing process. Unfiltered, unflinching, and unmistakably his. King doesn't write when inspiration strikes. He writes every day. Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work. That's King's mantra. Writing is a job, a muscle, a ritual, and he treats it that way, with discipline. Each morning, he sits down to write. 2,000 words. No excuses. Even on holidays. Even on birthdays. It's not just routine. It's sacred. Stephen King's day begins with reading and coffee. By 8 a.m., he's in front of the keyboard. Door closed. No distractions. No internet. Just him and the story. He writes until he hits his word count, about 10 pages. Then he stops. Not when he's exhausted. Not when he's blocked. He stops so he can start strong tomorrow. His goal? Momentum. Keep the story alive. Keep it breathing. King's first drafts are private. He calls this writing with the door closed. There's no editor, no audience, no judgment. It's raw, imperfect, fast. Write with the door closed. Rewrite with the door open. That's when he invites feedback. That's when the real shaping begins. King believes the first draft is for the writer. The second is for the reader. Stephen King doesn't plot his stories in advance. There's no outline, no grand scheme. He starts with a situation and lets the characters decide what happens next. What if a writer was kidnapped by an obsessed fan? What if a child stumbled upon a haunted clown in the sewer? That's the spark. The rest? Discovery. King trusts his instincts. He trusts his characters. They lead. He follows. In his book on writing, King talks about the writer's toolbox. Vocabulary, grammar, clarity, simplicity. He believes writing isn't magic, it's craft. And like any craft, it can be learned. He also reads constantly, a book a week. To him, writing and reading are inseparable. One feeds the other. So why does his work hit so hard? Because King doesn't just write about monsters. He writes about people, broken families, repressed trauma, addiction, loneliness. The horror isn't just in the supernatural. It's in the everyday, the real, the raw. That's what makes him great. That's what makes him unforgettable. Stephen King's process isn't about waiting for magic. It's about making space for it. It's about routine, instinct, discipline, and heart. He shows us that stories aren't just told. They're uncovered, one word at a time. Because at the end of the day, writing isn't about fear. It's about facing it. You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will. Stephen King.